To my Wharton colleagues, to our distinguished guests, it is with great pleasure and profound honor that I stand in front of you to offer my heartfelt congratulations to the new Wharton School graduates. Graduates, we stand in awe of you. I stand in total awe of you. I don't have to tell you that this is a special place, not just because it's ranked the best business school in the world. Not just because it is the home to some of the best faculties and mentors one could ever hope for. It's also special because of you. You are Wharton's beating heart. You are Wharton's brain trust. And today, when you accept your degree, you don't become Wharton's past, but rather its future. When you accepted to come to Wharton, more than 50% of you already had a graduate diploma. You came with an average of 12 years of professional experience from very diverse backgrounds. Look, going back to school is tough, is really tough. But each one of you bucked the trend and invested in your future. You stepped away from a professional career to embark on many hours of research, study, innovation, and teamwork. You gave up many weekends. You gave up the summer. All this took humility, and most importantly, it took a ton of courage. I am really in awe of you. You know, many people pay lip service to the importance of lifelong learning. You didn't just talk about it. To quote Elle Woods from Legally Blonde, one of my daughters made me put this in there. She's sitting right there. One of my daughter's favorite movies, you did it. So real learning comes when you're outside your comfort zone. Think of basketball. If you're making every shot, you're good. But maybe you're too close to the hoop. None of you were close to the hoop. You bet on yourselves, you bet on Wharton, and you made that game-winning half-court shot. And we're here to celebrate your amazing achievements. Now, what you've done on the court is extraordinary, but we also need to acknowledge the folks off the court, in the stands, at home, cheering you on, pushing you forward, your friends, your classmates, your faculty, and most important of all, your family. As Dean James said, none of this would have been possible without their support. So let's express one more time our gratitude to them. Okay, so I'm told that an address like this is supposed to have one big idea. So let's talk for a moment about the world you're graduating into and how you can make it better. As I speak to you, our world is struggling with a climate emergency, the loss of many innocent lives, the destructions of livelihoods, a cost of living crisis, inequality, and so much more. It is a dangerous and uncertain world. And yet, it's a world that also promises opportunities. It will be a roaring 20s for some and the grapes of wrath for others. Now, historical data, and there's lots of this data, tells us that you're going to be okay. Indeed, you're going to be better than okay. You're going to be great. We're going to read about some of you in the Wall Street Journal and the Financial Times. We'll see you on 60 Minutes. We'll listen to you being interviewed by Margaret Brennan on Face the Nation. We'll watch you at the highest level of the Fortune 500 companies, startups, governments, nonprofits. That's what the data tells us. But that's not what my message to you is. That is not my big idea. Rather, I would like to tell you something that I recommend to the Federal Reserve. Don't be overly data dependent. At Wharton, you've been taught not only to focus on the quantitative, but also on the qualitative. You've been taught to open your minds, to consider what you can do, but also how you can do it. And this is a particularly important moment for the how. We are living in a world going through major transitions and dealing with major legacies of inequality, of violence, and social injustice. We see these wounds in our communities across the country and globally in conflicts. And all this is what, but also the how is changing. It's changing through generative artificial intelligence, through incredible innovations in life sciences, in sustainable energy, breakthroughs that have the potential, and I stress the potential, to enhance our lives and deliver greater inclusiveness, improve human well-being, and secure the health of our planet. We are just at the start of understanding what is possible. Think of an anglerfish. You know, that's a fish that lives at the bottom of the ocean with a light prodding from its head. And think of that fish that swims up from these incredible depths and surfaces for the very first time. What does it see? It sees a world beyond the waves that is vast, that is incredible, and that is so unknown. It's a new world. And as Dean James reminded the faculty last month, this is not just a world about new skills. It's about exciting potential for creativity, collaboration, and community. In a world like this, excessive data dependency will not work. In fact, it's going to be dangerous because the past becomes a distorting and misleading mirror of the future. So you're going to have to figure some things out. Don't put blinders on. Don't narrowly seek to climb the corporate ladder. Be open to opportunities. And please remember that word that Dean James said, and we didn't coordinate our speeches, purpose. You have been enabled to do a lot of good. Of course, you should focus on the bottom line, but please, not just the bottom line. You have the opportunity to strengthen society, both from the bottom up and the top down. Give back, give forward, and empower others. Remember, here's another movie, Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. So as you figure it out, and you focus on the what and the how, also don't forget the where and the with whom. You are now part of the even bigger Wharton Executive MBA graduate community, 6,000-person strong alum group spanning this program's 49 years. And you're part of an even larger group of Wharton and Penn alumni. The big challenges and opportunities the world faces need to be met and mastered. And that requires the mix that you have: innovation, collaboration, and purpose. This is what you've been equipped with. This makes me actually more optimistic about our collective future. Warren Buffett, speaking at his annual meetings just a few days ago, reminded us the following: if you're lucky in life, make others in life lucky too. Be kind, and the world will be better off. Now, there's an old Peanuts cartoon. This would be in the old days when there were newspapers, and there was a cartoon page, which was a must-read. If you don't know what it is, your parents in the audience will tell you about it. But in this particular cartoon, Charlie Brown and his friend Linus are together one night. It is the darkest of nights, completely moonless. Linus is holding something, and he approaches Charlie Brown, who asks him, "What is it?" "It's a candle," Linus said. I have heard that it is better to light a single candle than to curse the darkness. Always want to have a reply. Charlie Brown says, that's true, although there will be those who will disagree with you. And right on cue, we see an image of Linus's sister, Lucy, all alone in the dark shouting, you stupid darkness. So what's the message here? In a world of darkness, be the candle. Don't accept the world as it is. Try to make it brighter and better. You'll see better, and you'll help others navigate through the darkness. This is what the degree you're getting today is all about. It can be a force of good for the world. Hold it up to your startup potential, and your investors will thank you. But also hold it up to inequity and work to deliver greater equity. Hold it up to injustice and work to build a more just and safer world. And hold it up to obstacles and build a pathway for opportunity for you and others. In sum, hold it up to everything and believe you can do anything. That is the power of a Wharton degree in your hands. We cannot wait to see what you will accomplish with this candle, class of 2024. Congratulations to you, to your families, to your friends, and thank you for allowing me to be part of your very special day.